Hi, everyone. Welcome to Conversations with Nicole. Get ready for your Christmas blessing. Actress Bernadette Stanis, you may remember her from Good Times, has a new holiday film called A Christmas Blessing. The movie is produced and written by Stacey Davis Films. I'm excited to have members of the cast with me today for this episode. I hope you enjoy it. Let's get started. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Conversations with Nicole. I'm delighted to have several of the cast members from A Christmas Blessing movie. It is streaming right now on several platforms. Let me go ahead and introduce my guest, and y'all just give everybody a wave when I say your name. I have Lala Nicole Black. There she is. I have Tony Henderson Mayers. There she is. And then we have Chad Wilson. Hi, Chad. I'm so delighted to have you with me today. This movie sounds wonderful.
A Christmas Blessing is it is filmed in Marion. It's about a grandmother who is played by Bernadine Stanson from Good Times. She plays the grandmother of Tia. Tia is her baby granddaughter. Doesn't know what she wants to do with her life. And then she also has two sisters. Grandma has two sisters, which is Gwen and Gloria. And they are trying to do a plan with her to get Tia and Eli to fall in love. Eli is a young man that is staying with her right now because he lost his family, and he's pretty much staying with her like to get off his feet. So she's trying to come up with the ultimate plan to get them to fall in love. But then you have my character.
Yes, tell me about your
who's coming to try to wreck it up. So my character name is Andrea Langley. Andrea and Eli are high school sweethearts, but we also went to school with Tia. So in the midst of the plan of trying to find love, and Andrea's like, no, because Andrea and Eli shares a son together.
Oh, so
and you'll have to watch the movie to find out who Eli chooses.
Absolutely. I think that is a great tease to make people watch so they will find out what happens at the end. So we're going to go next with ladies first. So Tony, tell me about your character.
Yeah, first of all, thanks for having me. I get a chance to play Gwen, which is the sister of the grandmother who's doing the matchmaking, played by Bernadette Stanis. And I'm more of a bougie, kind of wealthy sister. I love to have fun with my sisters, and when my sister comes up with this plan, at first I don't think it's going to work, but of course, like sisters, we plot together to make this connection happen. Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of fun. I'm sure that was a lot of fun to be alongside Bernadette and have that interaction that way.
Yeah, she's a pro. I got a chance to work with her before, but we were speakers promoting our book under Les Brown, who was a legendary speaker, motivational speaker. And this is the first time I got a chance to work with her in an acting situation. And she is just a natural pro and just so, just a delight to work with. Just a complete delight.
I'm sure she feels the same way about you, but what a nice compliment. It's always nice to hear that, because sometimes in the realm of Hollywood, you do hear a lot of horror stories sometimes, how people behave on set. So it sounds like she was not that. And that's great.
No, she wasn't. And especially since she was pretty much a child star, a teen star, heartthrob, if you will, in the 70s. And she just didn't show any sign of, being spoiled or anything. She was just so great.
I love that. Yes, I was one of her many fans back in the day. I was a kid then, so that's great to hear. All right, we'll let our one gentleman chime in now. Chad Wilson in Columbia, South Carolina. Tell me about your character.
Again, thanks for having me. Now, my role is kind of like set the mood, because Tia, and first of all, let me start off like this. This movie is very down to earth, because it puts Tia in the spotlight when, people just have, issues that in between jobs and stuff like that. So what did she do? She get with a guy who the role I play is Travis, who not taking, life seriously. I'm always going for that quick buck and stuff like that. So I'm kind of like keeping her going and stuff like that. She thanked us, she loves me and stuff, but her grandmother was like, nah,
He's like, not
not
having
my grandbaby, So I had to play the obnoxious guy that, I was funneling money from her grandmother, Tia's grandmother, to me, and hopefully people get the movie and, they watch it and they'd be like, you know what, I can relate to
it.
that.
It really sounds like real life. And
Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
I have to think that might have been part of what you really enjoyed about this movie and
Mm-hmm.
filming it is the real life aspect.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
absolutely.
Yeah, it's very relatable and stuff. So the more and more I read the script and and the table readings that I attended and stuff like that, that's why I let Stacy know. I was like, okay, Stacy, I get it. I know who I gotta be. I gotta sell this. You know what I'm saying? Because it's very relatable. And so when people watch this movie, they can be like, I know a guy like that. No, it sucks for him, or they could be like, that's my grandmother right there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? All she was doing is looking out for her baby T and stuff like that.
Families.
So that's
What does it take to get into your character role? Do you do anything special that helps you understand your character as you prepare?
It's just reading it over and over. You read the actions that's behind it. Like, okay, if I was this character, like, what really would I do? Like for me, if I was that character, Andrea, I probably wouldn't be the way that I am. And it's weird because a lot of my friends, when they posted it, they was like, she is not like this in real life, y'all. But I played the part to the point people hated me. Like they would text me and say, why did you do that? Like, why are you saying that? And I'm like, it's not me, y'all. It's the paper. It's the paper. But even if the words are on the paper, you still have to be able to bring that character to life. Anybody can read off a piece of paper on what the lines say, but it's up to you to be able to bring that person to life. So for me, I guess it's just saying, okay, I have Andrea. Andrea is a mean girl. So I need to go off of the movie Mean Girl.
It sounds like you made it very believable if your folks were saying, gosh, you're not like that, or why did you do that? What about you?
Yeah.
Well, I have a theater background, so I'm a little more, I guess, involved. But I try to put it on a fast track though for film because the theater you have more time to kind of really dig into the character and the physicalities and the whole emotional work you do. But I do a little bit of that. I just do it a little faster. I try to identify with people that I know that are like that. And since this is more of a romantic comedy, somewhat, I'm able to amplify it a little bit more. Some of the things that I see in other people. I think Gwen was just kind of a mesh of so many people that I do know.
Yeah.
And that's what I basically tried to do. A funny thing too, thinking about what Lala was saying, was that I had a friend of mine. They watched the movie and they messaged me and said, I didn't see you in the movie. I was like, what? So I do try to change like my outer appearance a little bit, but I don't think I changed that much. But
That's funny.
but they had to go back and watch it. They're like, oh, I was looking at you the whole time and didn't even realize I was looking at you. So
That's great. You must have really been real bougie and they didn't get that part, right?
I think these people remember me from my tomboy days. Maybe that's what it was.
For me, I just started acting, 2 years ago, so it's a lot to learn. And thank God I got with this cast and Stacey Davis because they were my first table reading. They're the first ones to give me confidence. I am autistic, and I'm an advocate for people with autism. So I remember at Expo I did like a 60-second monologue, and I did it in Russian, and which it blew them away. And thank God a couple of people in the audience understood Russian. They was laughing, and it was like, "Have you really acted before?" I was like, "I acted. I had to act my whole life. I'm autistic." And then they kind of like was blown away, and I was like, just being serious with them, like, "No, I had to act. I had to learn." You know what I'm saying? It's so many cues. It helped me through the military, and like for this role, like for example, I watch a lot of YouTube, other movies and stuff, and I sit down there and I become a chameleon, and I just sit there and I be like, let me put myself in their shoes and stuff. So the more and more I do this, the more and more I appreciate the actors. they really earn their money, and the hours that they put in. And on top of that, the writers, the directors, the assistant directors, the cameraman and stuff. I'm seeing all this. It's like a science because, I'm very scientific in nature. And just to see all this stuff come together, it is a science. You know what I'm saying? So it's just beautiful. I'm completely blessed and happy right now, being a part of this, this Christmas movie and other projects that I'm in right now. Like a lot of people see me on Fear of the Walking Dead. They're like, oh my God, that's you. And I was lucky, and they worked with me because that cast of Fear of the Walking Dead, they made sure I went to the table readings for a Christmas blessing. They facilitated that for me. So it's been a good experience. I know it's some bad experiences out there, but I'm lucky right now. Let me knock on wood.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love all that you've shared about how you got into your character. I think it's so informative for anyone that, may want to pursue acting, the craft of it. Definitely a lot goes into it. Listen, we're going to wrap things up, but I'd like for each of you to tell me what's on the horizon for you, if you don't mind. We'll start with Lala again.
All right, so I recently just wrapped up another film with Stacey. This is my third time working with Stacey, and all three of us had worked together prior to A Christmas Blessing. We all were on the sitcom Hanging with the Taylors. I played Rachel Taylor, which is Ryan Taylor's wife, also Ryan Toby. And before I get anything, special thanks to Stacey and special thanks to Film Bear Studios, because not only did they do Hanging with the Taylors, but they did this film as well. And so all three of us worked together. Tony's played my sister-in-law in that show versus someone I didn't like in the other movie. So the dynamics of our relationship had to flip-flop, which was really funny. But so I did that, and we did The Christmas Blessing, and I can't talk about really what we just did, but we finished a film probably about 3 weeks ago, which hopefully will be out next year. So as of now, my acting has shut down for the year.
Well, I'll be on the lookout for it. So thank you for sharing that.
And being this dog's mom.
And love it. That's Leo. Everyone, hello to Leo. Yes. Glad to have Leo on the show too. And Tony, what's up for you in the future? Anything that you're working on?
Yes. First of all, I'm a SAG-AFTRA actor, and I'm so glad we're off of our strike. So that means I'll be working more. But in the interim, I was doing stage, and I'm directing a play now by Jesse Parr called Coloring Along the Lines. So I'm very excited about that. We are now in Showtime. So we've gotten some really great reviews from that. I'm very excited about that. So I'm reading now for another stage play. And hopefully, now that we're out of the strike, you'll get a chance to see me again in another film or television.
Fantastic. That's exciting. And Chad, what about you? What's the future looking like for you right now?
I say it's looking pretty good right now. So I'm still knocking on wood because I wrapped on Fear of the Walking Dead. Those last episodes of AMC is doing really well. I was in an LGBTQ short film, and we won the best short film at the Ladies Film Festival in Beverly Hills last month. So that was just amazing. I played the conservative dad, and I'm getting these roles. It's like out of my character. I have to be conservative and be like, no, you will not do that. You're gonna marry a man and all this other stuff. But I loved it. You know what I'm saying? I brought the emotion and stuff like that to the role. And I had to do a lot of research on that because I was like, no, I'm for the LGBTQ community. I'm for everybody. I love everyone. You know what I'm saying? Don't look at my military career. I had to do that. You know what I'm saying? I had to serve my country, but I had to do what I had to do to get home. But in the future, I'm doing some more auditions. I'm still a reoccurring cast member on Actors Anonymous Hotline. So we just kicked off, the second season. Hillary Hawkins is the producer of that. She used to host Radio Disney and stuff like that. It's great working with her. And I'm just gonna keep learning my craft, being a leader and a follower. And while right now I'm doing a bunch of following, especially with these two ladies up here that in this interview with it. They gave me all the confidence in the world, man. And they didn't even know me. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. And I appreciate you, Phil, giving us this interview. I appreciate Stacey Davis. everything. I'm just happy.
Well, I think it's wonderful that Stacey Davis is from Marion, South Carolina. Originally, you
Oh
filmed
yeah.
the movie there, and she's doing wonderful things. And it's nice to see a Carolina girl do so well. So that's exciting. Listen, you guys have been great. Oh gosh, now Josh pops in.
Josh, what's up, buddy?
Oh wow.
I was just getting ready to tell you that he's an hour behind us, so I think his time
Yeah.
got a little messed up. So I was getting ready to say it because I told him we would get ready to wrap it up, and here he is, everyone,
Oh, gosh.
Joshua Lewis.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, hey, sorry.
No, Josh, hey, good seeing you, brother.
We're so glad you popped in.
Wow.
Tell them a little bit about yourself and your role in A Christmas Blessing.
Okay, hi everybody. I'm Josh Lewis. Like Lala said, I'm in Huntsville, Alabama. Currently, usually, sometimes I'm actually in also reside in Atlanta, Georgia. So in the film of A Christmas Blessing, I played as Eli. And hey, you're gonna have to, for me to tell you more, you're gonna have to watch the movie. And- Look, I don't have much time.
And that's why Eli and Andrea are fit for each other, because I said the exact same thing.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. She's like, I'm going to get you this far into the movie, and then you have to watch the rest to find out what happened. I love it. That cliffhanger is perfect. That is perfect. Well, it has been a real blessing to have all of you on my show. Joshua, I'm glad you could pop in right before we wrapped up. I wish you all the best. It is so wonderful to see so many faces from the Carolinas doing so well and, lifting each other up the way you do. There is a lot to be said about that. So thank you so much for your time today with me. I appreciate it. I hope everyone will go to streaming platforms and find A Christmas Blessing and see all of you talented folks and the ones that weren't here today with me but are a member of the cast. You just have a great cast. So thank you all so much.
One thing, if you guys are looking to stream it, it is on Tubi and it is on Amazon Prime, and it is A Christmas Blessing. So you have to type the whole thing in order.
Yeah, the whole thing. Yeah.
Good to know. Good to know. A little tip there. Type the whole thing in. A Christmas Blessing. Very
Yes.
good. Well, I'll have that information in the description as well. Thank you all so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And that will do it for my show. Until I see you again, I hope you have a great day. Bye, everyone. Take care.
Bye-bye.